This is your home for the Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live.
Alford is going to hand it off to Cody Buck up the middle, lowers the shoulder into the end zone.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors. 48 years of Hayden tradition and excellence. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com.
Bergen going to set up Padgett nicely. Carr with his third rebound, kicks it to Talon Torres. Now Ryder and I going to try a mid-range jump shot, and that's good. Bailey Smith open in the corner for three, up and in. Third goal from the four. He'll swing it out right side, looking for the corner, the end zone, and he will make it. Another Bulldog touchdown.
It's time for the Bulldogs on your home for Baldwin High School Athletics. Baldwin Sports Live.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. We are just northwest of Topeka in Silver Lake, Kansas, for this big-time Week 5 high school football matchup between the 3-1 Baldwin Bulldogs and the 2-2 Silver Lake Eagles. Hi, everyone. Ryan Hilmer here alongside Jackson Blakely, and we are very excited for this matchup here tonight as the Dogs play their third of 4 straight road games here in Silver Lake, and will be looking to build off an outstanding performance last week in Wellsville as they beat those Eagles 35-14, and right now sit tied atop the district standings with Santa Fe Trail, who they will visit next week. But first, the Bulldogs have their eyes set on another flock of Eagles, and they'll try to win their third game in a row. Next up is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, where we'll set up this matchup by previewing both teams. But first, I'd like to remind you that Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they'd like you to check out the Clinton Lake Escape, a 14-acre property near Clinton Lake. It features a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with rustic charm, a fireplace, and an unfinished walkout basement. Enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. Close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City, your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. We'll have the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on the other side. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here to Silver Lake, Kansas. This is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. It's brought to us by the Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For over 130 years now, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Pause just a second for the national anthem. All right, time now to get you set for this game. Let's talk a little bit about, as I bring in my partner Jackson here, Baldwin's big win last week, 35-14 at Wellsville. It was a big hurdle that they finally got over, kind of a lifted weight off their shoulders. Quarterback Bryce Alford was outstanding, 13 of 19 for 262 yards. He passed for 4 touchdowns, and he ran for another and accounted for all 5 of the touchdowns. He had passes to Jackson Rude, Colton Collum, Max Harvey, who I've been told is not playing tonight, and Wrigley Hamrick. Frost also carried a big load. He had 23 carries for 81 yards. They had a first drive punt and then had 3 straight touchdown drives at Baldwin. They had lots of big plays offensively. That was a lot of those touchdowns, and then 2 more touchdown drives and a big-time 9-play final drive that ran the clock out. They were 7 of 11, Jackson, on 3rd down, 2 of 2 on 4th down, and Jake Browers, who stepped in for the injured Homer Rice, was 5 of 5 on extra points. So what was kind of some of your takeaways from last week, and what can we take building off that and coming into this week, Jackson?
Well, I think the most important thing, especially going into a game where you're going up against a team who's coming off a 2-game win streak of their own, is the energy we brought on defense against Wellsville. That was a motivated group we saw on that side of the ball from Baldwin. The consistency, they were in the backfield a lot. We kept down Armand Graves, our star running back, pretty well in his 2nd game back of the season. So looking to continue the momentum that we've gathered over the last couple weeks, especially on that side of the ball. It's been really impressive to watch. They're only giving up 13.5 points per game so far this year. 2 shutouts, one in week 1 against Ziola, the week 3 shutout against Burlington. So the defensive side of the ball for the Bulldogs are playing at a whole other level that we haven't seen here in a couple of years, and it's going to be real fun to watch them tonight.
100%. You flip it around on the other side for Silver Lake. They are 2-2. They're coming off a couple of victories in a row. They beat Perry LeCompton and Bishop Seabury a couple weeks back, and then got past St. Mary's last week, 21-6. This is a very, very proud program here in Silver Lake. They've been to 18 state championship games since 1980, and they all came in Class 3A. They were in Class 3A until 2017 was their last year, and they have won 8 state titles in that time. The last one they won was in 2013, and they went to 11 of 12 title games from 2002 to 2013, I should say, and they won 3 of those. So a very proud program here.
Good streak.
Yeah, currently 2-2. Last year they were in 3A. They went to the state semifinals. Since they've been in 2A, though, they have been to the semifinals a couple of times, or one time in the quarterfinals a couple times, but haven't had as much success here in 2A. But still a very, very proud program, and we'll see what happens here tonight. They finished 7-3 last year, and they lost in the regionals, which is the round of 16 in the playoffs. But they lose some guys from last year, including Braden Strasbaugh. He was a first-team All-League offensive lineman and linebacker. Dyson Schooler was a second-team All-League quarterback, so they got a new quarterback this year. Logan Cathcart was a second-team All-League defensive back, and Trent Rollenhagen was an honorable mention All-League tight end. They do bring back some big-time players, though, and one of them, Jackson, is Dane Johnson. He's number 11. He is a 6'3", 170-pound senior. He was first-team All-League wide receiver, first-team All-defensive back, and that's going to be a guy that Silver Lake tries to get the football to a lot. They throw the ball quite a bit. They've thrown it over 100 times. In comparison, Baldwin has only thrown it 50 times, so they throw it twice as much as the Bulldogs. And what's Baldwin going to have to do tonight to contain number 11, Dane Johnson?
Well, the secondary that's been so impressive so far this year is just every time he comes to the line, make sure we're pointing at him, make sure we know where he is, make sure we're keeping track of our assignments and keeping our eyes keyed in on him. He's averaging 110 yards per game. He's got two games over 100 yards and one game north of 200. So he's an impressive prospect here that they have here in Silver Lake. It's going to be a fun game. Really for both teams. They're both coming off of 2-game winning streaks. I know this is Baldwin Sports Live, but really I'm just excited to watch some good football tonight.
100%. They also have a freshman starting at quarterback in Kipton Kruger. He's had 6 turnovers so far this year. He's threw 5 interceptions, and he's lost 1 fumble. So keep an eye on that. And they also have a very good running back in Bryson Burgos. He's a senior. He's carried it over 50 times, has over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. So keep an eye on them as well. And then on the other side, Miles Fisher is going to be their defensive leader. He leads the teams in tackles and tackles for loss. And also Johnson, who we talked about as wide receiver, also a very good defensive back. He is second on the team in tackles. And then keep an eye out also for Grady Bergman. He's a senior defensive back. He's got 2 interceptions this year and the 3rd most tackles on the team. So we'll keep an eye out for those guys, and we'll see what happens here tonight. We should have a very fun game. It's only the 3rd matchup in history between these two schools, and I believe it's the first time Baldwin has ever been here to Silver Lake. They played last year in Baldwin. Silver Lake won that game 50-0. That was a very short-handed Baldwin team, a lot of injuries last year. And then they played back in 1977. That was a playoff game. I'm not sure if that was home or away, but Baldwin did win that game 38-16 way back in the day. So the series is tied up 1-1. Somebody's going to take an advantage here tonight. We got more to come on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll take a look at some area matchups around the area, obviously, and then have our keys to the game with Jackson, and then starting lineups before we have opening kickoff here from Silver Lake. The Bulldogs on the road for their 3rd of 4 straight and looking to win their 3rd straight game. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show after this.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home build and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Welcome back here to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Time now for our area matchups. Got a lot of good ones around the area. Ottawa is at Spring Hill tonight. Paola at Pittsburgh. Eudora at Lewisburg. Should be a good one. Tonganoxie is visiting Bonner Springs. And then in the district, Osawatomie is at Bishop Ward. And Wellsville is at Santa Fe Trail here tonight. Those were our area matchups. Time now for our keys to the game with Jackson. What do you got tonight? What do the Bulldogs got to do to come away with their third victory in a row?
I got you. First one here, no-brainer. Take care of the ball. Bryce Alford and this offense have done a relatively good job limiting turnovers to start the year, but Silver Lake is coming into tonight on a 2-game win streak where they have forced 5 turnovers over those last 2. The Eagles started off slow with those 2 losses to start, but their defense has been on top of it as of late, and they're going to be looking to make a big impact on this game. Secondly, keep tabs on number 11, Dane Johnson. Last week we highlighted Armand Graves. This week it's the 6'3 receiver who already this year has 2 games over 100 yards, like we mentioned earlier, 1 game north of 200. He only finished last game with 29 yards, but still found his way into the end zone. He'll be looking to get back on track in a big way tonight. Tucker Flory, the Wrigley brothers, and the rest of that Baldwin secondary will no doubt be keeping an eye on him tonight. And third, last, definitely not least, the Dogs up front. Baldwin's O-line has done an excellent job this year protecting Alford and giving Creighton Frost those lanes to run through all season. On the other side of the ball, the front 7 has been disruptive so far this year. The line on both sides have been the unsung heroes this year, and if they can replicate the performance they've had to start off the year, Baldwin will find success tonight, early and often.
All right, those were our keys to the game. Time now for starting lineups as we're still waiting for the Dogs to come out. Here they come from the locker room. We'll start with the Silver Lake Eagles. Their quarterback is a freshman, like I chronicled earlier, Kipton Kruger. He has a 68% completion percentage, over 750 yards, 5 touchdown passes, but also 5 interceptions and a fumble. He's fumbled twice, actually, so he's actually lost 7 turnovers, not 6. Their running back will be a senior, Bryson Burgos. He's number 8. Their wide receivers, number 11, a senior, and Dane Johnson, we chronicled him. Number 14, Grady Bergman, is also a senior. Number 1, Mason Van Vactor, is a sophomore. Number 2, Jet Ross, is a junior. And number 13, Henry Eisenbarth, is a junior. On the offensive line, it'll be left to right, Miles Fisher, Kendrick Vandevelde, Drew Womack, Thomas Fisher, and Easton Newhouse. Defensively for Silver Lake, defensive backfield, Mason Van Vactor, Brody Hogel, Dane Johnson, and Grady Bergman. The linebackers will be Jaden Waterer, Dominique Von Hollen, Drew Womack, and Miles Fisher. We talked about him, leading tackler, number 55. And on the D-line, Zach Acker, Samson Weber, and Kendrick Vandevelde. And now your starters for the Bulldogs. Your quarterback, a 5'11 junior, Bryce Alford, 62% completion percentage, coming off a great game last week. He's thrown for over 560 yards. He has 10 touchdown passes now, just 1 interception, and also 4 touchdowns on the ground. Creighton Frost, the 5'10 junior running back, has 330 yards this year, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Big note is Max Harvey is not going to be playing. He had a good game last week, 3 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown, but no Max Harvey tonight. We will see Jackson Rude, the senior wide receiver. He had 3 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown last week. We'll also see senior Ethan Williams, and Colton Collum also had a good game, caught a touchdown pass last week, and we'll see Carson Shannon, the 6'4 senior tight end as well. Left to right on that offensive line, a senior Jake Stavanis, a junior in Ty Daly, a senior in Tucker Bradley, a senior in Brendan O'Connor, and a senior in Hunter Chitala. Talked about Jake Browers, the kicker, was 5 of 5 on extra points last week as well. We flip it around to the defense on that defensive line. Ty Daly, Taylor Wilson, and Hunter Barnhart will be starting there. The linebackers, Landry Quick, Brendan O'Connor, Creighton Frost, and Carson Shannon. And in the secondary, Casey Hamrick, Wrigley Hamrick, Jackson Rude, and Tucker Flory. Those were our starting lineups, and that was the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. It was brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. They got personal service from people who care. They have loans and credits, saving for retirement, business, money management, anything you'd need. Go see Baldwin State Bank. Over 130 years now, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Once again, our presenting sponsor is Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. And we are just about set for the opening kickoff here. Did you catch who was going to be receiving Jackson?
I was not. I was
Right.
taping up my stat sheet.
It's all right. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Good atmosphere here, good crowd on hand, good visiting crowd on hand across the way there. One note is we got a better setup this week, but we're having scoreboard camera issues, so I will just have the text boxes there for the score. I'll update you quite often on the clock and the situation, the down and distance. So here we go. Baldwin going to get the football to start things out. Glad you're with us on Baldwin Sports Live tonight. Week number 5 of the high school football season. Ryan Hilmer alongside Jackson Blakely. Should have a fun game here. A little interruption in district play. We'll play a non-district game here against a 2A school in Silver Lake, but as we talked about, a very proud program. Mason Van Vactor is the kicker. He's 9 of 10 on extra points this year, 1 of 2 on field goal attempts. Back to receive, Jackson Rude, Wrigley Hamrick, and I believe that's Miles Massey also back there. We are underway from Silver Lake. It'll be Jackson Rude taking it from inside his 10-yard line, looking for some room. Up the middle, makes a couple men miss, gets out across the 20. That's a pretty good job by Rude to get some decent starting field position for Baldwin. Here comes the offense, and Bryce Alford had a great game, 13 of 19, 262 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown last week. They also leaned heavily on Creighton Frost. He had 23 carries, 81 yards last week.
It's important to get the running game going like that. It's only 3 yards and some change in per play or per carry for Frost, but you know, when you have such a physical runner like him and such a physical offensive line, that wears on you as the game goes on if you're that defense, and we saw that happen with Wellsville as the game went on. Just Baldwin was able to outpower him, outstrength him towards the end of that game.
So here we go. Baldwin going to start from their own 24-yard line. They've tied into the wing on the far side. 2 wideouts near side. They'll hand it off to their big back, Creighton Frost, and he barrels ahead out across the 25 for a decent gain. Give him about 4 yards on first down. Already a timeout here. Oh, they're saying reset the play clock. Once again, if you're wondering why the clock isn't up there, we're having scoreboard cam issues. I'll just update you on that. We are just underway from Silver Lake. 2nd down and 6. Once again, they'll hand it off to Creighton Frost. He's got a big hole up the middle, out across, close to the midfield to the 45-yard line before he's drugged down there.
There it is. You've seen it from Baldwin pretty much every game this year. A strong running attack to start the game. That's how they want to set up the defense. We've seen it many times, setting up the run, inside run, jet sweep, and then a play action and something over the top. We've seen that a lot this year, specifically Colton Collin. He's got 5 catches on the year, 4 touchdowns, and I'd say 3 of them are probably on that same pop pass.
Yep. So a good gain on 2nd down, gets him a fresh set of downs, now from the 46-yard line. Once again, they'll go pistol look, couple of wideouts on the near side. They'll look for that pop pass, and they get it complete to Jackson Rude, left side. Pretty good gain. Give him about 7 yards on first down there. First completion for Alford.
Yeah, good timing throw right there, in rhythm. Fake the handoff to the inside. Boom, 1 step, and you got your receiver for a first down.
Second down and 3 now in Silver Lake territory. Second straight week that we've played some Eagles. Got a couple of guys in the backfield. They'll hand it to Landry Quick. Flag gets thrown. Quick has a nice gain of about 5 yards, but we'll check the flag.
It was an early flag. Someone was lined up on the line of scrimmage, either on the offensive or defensive end. We'll see here.
Oh, it's illegal formation, I think, on Baldwin. Haven't seen that formation very often, if at all. A couple of backs, both Quick and Frost in the backfield next to Alford.
When you throw something out like that, you can't have too many guys in the backfield. It could be something as simple as one of the wide receivers was just one more step off the line of scrimmage than they want it to be, and that's how stuff like that happens.
Well, 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8 now. They'll back up inside their own territory, the 48-yard line. See if they stick with that formation. They will. Frost and Quick in the backfield. They'll fake it to Frost, pitch it out to Quick on the option. He tries to break a tackle, but gets swung down there. That was Drew Womack, one of the linebackers on that tackle. And Baldwin's going to be facing their first 3rd down. It's a 3rd and long.
We saw last week 7 for 11, I think you said, on 3rd down for Baldwin. That was a major key to their success last week, is keeping that offense on the field and giving them, their playmakers on that offense side, plenty of opportunities to score, which is what they did well last week. Big first 3rd down of the game here for Baldwin.
They'll go 4 wideouts now. Frost to the left of Alford. Collum, Rude, Massey, and Williams all out in a route. He's looking for a completion there to Jackson Rude, and it's a great catch on the sideline, just shy of the 40-yard line. That's going to give Baldwin a fresh set of downs. What a pitch and catch there on 3rd down.
Bryce Alford is a threat outside of the pocket, not only just with his feet and everything he can do in space, but he's a pretty good thrower on the run. We saw that boundary pass towards Jackson. Good catch in traffic, and a big first down to start off here for Baldwin.
Second first down of the drive. This will be play number 6. Opening possession for either team, just under 9 minutes, or just under 3 minutes in. They'll hand it off this time. Landry Quick bursts through the hole and gets swung down, but a good game that time. Give him about 6 yards.
We've talked about Landry Quick a lot in the early part of this season. He's done a really good job in the running back position specifically. We didn't see much of him on offense last week, but he made a big impact on defense last week against Wellsville. He had a sack towards the end of the game that pretty much took the wind out of Wellsville's sails to close the game out last week.
Second down and about 4 yards to go. Once again, they'll stick with that two running back look behind Alford. Turn, handed off to Quick. Once again, hits the hole hard, and he carries some Eagles defenders out to the 30-yard line. That'll be the third first down of the drive for Baldwin.
This running game is keyed in early, and it's not just Frost getting on top of it early. It's Quick, too. That's what you want to see. You want to keep the defense on their toes, and you don't know who they're going to hand it to, and they're both on fire here to start.
Off goes Quick, on is Miles Massey. They'll go back to a wide-out look here with Frost, the lone running back. Like Massey, Rude, Collum, Williams all out there. The Collum will be a tight end attached. Williams a wing right side. Once again, they'll stay on the ground. Give it to Frost. That time he's blown up. And there is their leading tackler, Miles Fisher. 6'1", 200-pound junior makes a nice play that time in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
The offensive line just missing an assignment, and the senior just finds a gap pretty much untouched lane to Creighton Frost to get the stop just behind the line of scrimmage and set up at a 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
It's really the first time besides that 2nd down and 8 they converted that Baldwin's been behind the chains and had a long way to go. Got to get at least half of this back, make it 3rd and manageable.
You know, past half field, Coach Melcher's thinking about 4-down territory.
100%. They'll fake the jet sweep to Rue. Looking out right side. Alford's just going to tuck it in and run it. A flag is down as well in the backfield.
On the scramble, and there's a flag on the play.
It's a decent gain on the scramble. About 5 yards, maybe 4, but we'll see what the flag is. Looks like it might be a hold on Baldwin. And it sure is. 2nd penalty on the Dogs. That'll back them up even further on 2nd down. Or we'll see if they decline it or take it. They will back them up 10 more yards, make it 2nd down and 21. Something you can't do, Jackson, start shooting yourself in the foot early.
Yeah, we saw in the first couple of games of the year, really the first 3 games of the year, Baldwin had some troubles with keeping the laundry off the field on their end. Last week, they did a lot better job of keeping themselves just mentally in it. Didn't see a lot of those mental mistakes throughout the game. So far, 2 early ones here that will just shoot yourself in the foot. You don't like to see that.
Trips far side. They'll throw a quick screen out there, and Rude drops it right off of his chest. They had some running room and some blockers set up out there. Incomplete on 2nd down, 3rd down, and very long.
Yeah, Rude looked like he just heard the footsteps coming, looked up at the defender before he saw the ball in. Just a simple catch. That's one of those where you're just really disappointing yourself, but there's not much you can do about it. You just got to go back to the huddle, put your hand up. That's on me, guys, and get on to the next play.
Once again, they go trips, this time to the near side. Williams, Rude, and Massey. That's Collum on the far side. Williams goes left to right in motion. Alford takes the shotgun snap. Scrambling around, looking downfield, looking for Jackson Rude once again on the sideline. That time a little bit too far out of bounds. He couldn't bring that thing back. And it's a 4th down and 21. You might think about having to punt this thing, Jackson.
Yeah, you don't have Max Harvey. You mentioned he's out. He's last year was all honorable mention?
Yeah. Honorable mention all league is where you're going.
Got my words mixed up. But it looks like
Tucker Flory.
Yeah, it looks like Tucker Flory in the back, so we'll see what he got. But having that weapon of Max Harvey on those 4th downs is very important, so we'll see how Tucker is able to fill in for him.
It is a pretty good punt. They'll take it about at the 5-yard line. That's Bergman. He's going far side. Wrigley Hamrick out there. He steps out of a tackle. Gets knocked out of bounds by Knox Holloman. Get a pretty good gain on that punt return. Silver Lake's going to start their first possession just under 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. A long 10-play drive by Baldwin, but it stalled out after the penalties hurt him.
Yeah, something else to look out for on that Silver Lake offense. We mentioned Dane Johnson, how important he is. We got to look for the running back Burgos as well. He's coming off a season high 135 yards and a touchdown last week against St. Mary's.
1st down and 10 on Silver Lake's first possession. They'll start from their own 32-yard line. Got a freshman quarterback, Kipton Kruger. Turns and hands it off to the running back, Burgos. He goes left side for a good gain of about 5 yards on first down. Burgos over 50 carries and 300 yards this year, 3 touchdowns on the ground. But when you look at it, he's only had 50-something carries. They've thrown it 107 times, so look out for the pass. The Baldwin secondary is going to have to be very good. Tucker Flory, the Hamrick brothers. Looks like Alfred's out there right now too. He gets some time in, and Jackson Rude. It's like kind of a 3-3-5 defense. Baldwin anticipating some passing. They'll roll out here near side, and the freshman comes up short. Short hops it to his intended target, Jet Ross.
Wrigley Hamrick there chasing. Good defense. Looked like we were set up in man. No safety help over the top. Something to look out for. Silverview likes to kind of dink and dime you short with those drag routes, short out routes, and they like to set up the long ball. Of course, Dane Johnson, that 6'3" frame, they're going to want to high point him the football in situations where they need a conversion.
Big third down here. Baldwin can come up with a stop. 3rd down and 5. Showing blitz off the edge. Here comes Carson Shannon on that blitz. They'll throw quick right around the marker, and that's a nice catch pulled in there by Dane Johnson. This is 36th catch of the year now, and it's good enough for a 3rd down conversion and a 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's been having an impressive year. He's averaging 110 yards or and some change on the year per game.
Pretty good pass and catch there from the freshman to the senior on a big 3rd down and 5. That'll extend this Eagle drive out under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Send trips out to the near side. Burgos to the left and behind Kruger. They'll hand it off to him. He's not going to get much of a gain, maybe 3.5, 4 yards.
Brendan O'Connor is one of the first ones there. Gave him a good little hit right there at the line of scrimmage. He's able to fall forward for a couple extra yards. That's going to be important to see how the front seven, we talked about them. They've been having a really good season. How important they're going to be. This is a strong passing team, so being able to cause some pressure on the freshmen is going to be important.
Spread formation, 4 wideouts in the pistol look. Here comes Shannon off the edge. They throw it right past him on the edge, and that's a pretty good completion there to Burgos out of the backfield. He's out across midfield for a big 1st down for Silver Lake.
Good run. Good play call there from Silver Lake and the Eagles. Just clearing out a whole side, a quick swing pass to your running back and let him do the rest. Good conversion for Silver Lake.
Now into Baldwin territory at their 45-yard line. Once again, they'll spread it out. O'Connor looks like he might be showing a Mike blitz. We'll see if he comes. He does not. They'll look to throw once again. Short right side. Another completion. That time it's to number 3, Brady Ogle, senior. That's only his 2nd catch of the year. Another 1st down, 2 in a row. And the Eagles right now marching on the Bulldog defense.
We really haven't faced a pass-first offense outside of, maybe you could argue Ottawa or Wellsville, but we did a pretty good job of handling them. So this is going to be an interesting test as the game goes out. How are we able to adjust?
1st down and 10. They'll try to swing it out once again to Burgos out of the backfield. They think they got something there. 2nd time they've ran that play, this time to the opposite side of the field. And another 1st down, make it 3 in a row for Silver Lake. And now just outside the red zone at Baldwin's 21-yard line.
When you have a young quarterback, you've got to be able to set a high confidence pointer early, and that's what Silver Lake has proven to do so far throughout the year. Like I said, they want to dink and dime you and set something up long. So far, Kruger having a good start.
3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Silver Lake marching down the field. They'll throw a quick pass out to Jet Ross here on the near side. Got a blocker out in front. Gets shoved out of bounds. That was Alford there. Flory was also out there. Give him a good gain, close to 1st down yardage, about 9 yards. He's 2nd down and short.
Baldwin's done a really good job, I think, kind of in their own territory on defense. Wellsville had a few fourth down conversion attempts spoiled in Baldwin territory, and of course they had a big fumble recovery last week in the same situation.
This time they'll hand it off to Burgos. Started left, cuts back right. And then Shannon and Wilson were there to greet him, but not before he's across for another first down. It's going to be first down and goal from the 10-yard line. That is the 5th first down of this drive, and play number 10 coming up. .240 on the first quarter clock, and counting. Red zone opportunity for the Eagles. Bulldogs need to come up with a big stand here. Got a first and goal. Looking to throw is Kruger. He looks left, now right. Now we'll try to scramble out right side, throw into the back of the end zone. I thought, but he was kind of just throwing it away out of bounds. Brendan O'Connor was giving him some pressure.
Good pressure there by the defensive line. Brady Holgel he had in the back of the end zone. He thought he was a little bit more open than what Kruger thought. Thought he had an opportunity. Ultimately, Kruger doesn't take it. Sets up a second and goal here for Silverview.
Bergman is the wing. They got 3 wideouts. Once again, that pistol look with Burgos behind Kruger. They'll hand it off to Burgos going left side. He cuts it back up inside, looking for the goal line, and he's in for a Silver Lake touchdown. A 10-yard run from Bryson Burgos. That is his 4th touchdown run of the season. Puts Silver Lake up 6-0.
Really impressive run inside zone. He's able to fight off a couple tackles at the line of scrimmage and push through.
Van Vactor's extra point is no good. So that'll keep it 6-0. We'll take a timeout and be back with more Bulldog football after this.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome back here to Silver Lake, Kansas. A long 11-play touchdown drive capped off by a 10-yard run by Bryson Burgos. Extra point was no good for the Eagles, so they lead it 6-0 with 2:05 left here in the first quarter. Kind of feels like a Mississippi State football game, Jackson, with some of these cowbells around here.
I think we need some more cowbell.
So Van Vactor missed the extra point. Now he boots it away. Ethan Williams will take it on the return from about his 15-yard line. Steps through a tackle, gets out around the 30-yard line. Once again, decent field position. Should be starting right around the same spot from the 32-yard line.
Apologies on that. That was a good return. I lost the ball immediately in the air, tried to find it, but I'll take that. I'll take that one.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's a tough setup sometimes on the road. We don't have the monitor out here for Jackson, so he's looking through like a 1-inch by 1-inch screen. So cut him a little slack.
I'll manage. I'll get there in the end.
1:58 left in the first quarter. This will be the second drive of the game for Baldwin. They'll start from their 32-yard line. Heavy look on the left side of the line. They'll fake the handoff. Alford still has it. Looking for his man, Jackson Rude. Is it caught? It is. Nice catch by Rude out to the 38-yard line.
I want to see a flag.
Baldwin's already had 2 flags.
That pass was Chuck's to Rude.
Ineligible downfield, so add to that one more. Man, last drive they had a nice-looking 10-play drive that stalled out due to some penalties and shooting themselves in the foot right away here.
Yeah, they were able to recover from one of those penalties on a 3rd and 8 conversion, but like you mentioned, they weren't able to recover from that holding call. And that ultimately forced them to punt and give the ball to Silver Lake.
I'll back them up 5 yards, 1st down and 15. Alford takes the snap, looks quickly left side. He's got Jackson Rude once again. Makes the catch. Nice gain there on 1st down. Gets the penalty yardage back and a few more.
Jackson Rude's off to a quick start. He got off to a quick start last week before scoring that impressive touchdown early in the game at the front pylon. So far, he's got 3 catches for a decent amount. He does have that one drop where you mentioned it when it happened. He had some space to roam if he was able to bring it in, but still a good start for the junior.
Had 9 catches, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns coming in, and that has been Alford's favorite target so far. Here he goes to Miles Massey on a slant route over the middle. He's out across midfield. That's a nice gain for Baldwin into Eagles territory.
Big game from Miles Massey. He had a good game last week as well. He only had 2 catches, but one of them went over 30 yards after a drop pass. If you remember from Wellsville, he dropped a pass early in the game. Later in the possession, a big 30-yard gain. Here he doesn't need that drop pass to get locked in. His first target, good catch, and about a 25-yard gain.
I think you're going to see more of Massey and Ethan Williams with Max Harvey being out, and that's a nice play over the middle, and Alford put it right on him in stride. And a fresh set of downs here at the Silver Lake 45-yard line. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. They'll hand it off to Landry Quick, running hard off right guard, right tackle, and gets a nice gain of 7 yards on 1st down. That might take us to the end of the quarter. 12 seconds left.
Looks like they're going to.
Looks like it will, yeah. They'll run it down. We'll switch ends, and we'll have a 2nd down and 3 for Baldwin. We'll take a break and be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here. Start of the 2nd quarter. Let's get a 2nd down and 3 here for Baldwin. They got that jumbo backfield. They'll hand it to Creighton Frost, and he rumbles ahead for about 4 or 5 yards. That's going to give Baldwin a fresh set of downs. That's across the 35-yard line of Silver Lake.
So far, that's where Baldwin's been able to find their early success, either on those quick setup passes, those quick ins, and those hitches. And but so far in that twin backfield setup, that's where we've been able to get a lot of our chunk yardages so far throughout these 2 possessions.
Fresh set of downs here, just the start of the 2nd quarter from the 35-yard line. They'll fake a handoff, throw it in the flat. Not much there, but breaking a few tackles with Ethan Williams. It's a pretty nice second effort there. It looked like he was going to be stopped up for not much of a gain, and instead he gets about 7 yards on 1st down.
Good couple fakes there, fooled me. I thought he had handed it off to Creighton Frost. Nonetheless, Alford finding his check down, and Ethan Williams, I think that was making a great play.
2 first downs on this drive for Baldwin so far. Approaching the red zone, they'll have a 2nd down and call it 3.5 yards. Alford hands it off to Frost, lowers his shoulder, pushing the pile a little bit. He's close to first down yardage.
I
think they're going to mark him down just short and set up a 3rd and inches. You know, in this situation, if Baldwin finds a way to not convert, Coach Melcher rather, is going to keep that offense on the field, barring any mental mistakes. We've already seen a couple penalties that have put Baldwin kind of outside of their comfort area. You need something big here.
Off goes Massey, on came Landry quick. They'll have both of them in the backfield with Alford. Collum, the tight end. They'll hand it off to Frost, breaks a couple of tackles, still going, still churning his feet inside the red zone. Down to the 16-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 15. First down and 10 coming up in the red zone for Baldwin.
Creighton Frost, as long as he has his feet moving, they're going to have a real hard time getting him down, as we've seen so far throughout this game.
Silver Lake had a long 11-play touchdown drive. They got into the red zone and converted. We'll see if Baldwin can convert on their first red zone trip here. 9:45 left here in the second quarter. 6-0 Silver Lake. Scored on their opening possession. Baldwin's opening possession looked promising. A 10-play drive that stalled out and they had to punt it away. This will be play number 8 of this drive. Once again, that jumbo backfield. Got a wing and a tight end right side. See if somebody jumped on the Silver Lake defensive front. It's actually going to be a delay of game on Baldwin. So play clock got away from him, and that's the 4th penalty on the Dogs.
They mark off the penalty and replay first down.
Mark off 5 yards, make it 1st and 15. They got to get down to the 5-yard line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Still got Quick and Creighton Frost out there. Rude will be the wide out to the far side of the field. Collum, the tight end, right side. Got a wing and Ethan Williams. And it could be a false start here on Baldwin, and it is going to be. Make that 5 penalties on the Dogs here. And okay, a timeout. Excuse me. I thought I saw somebody jump early there, Jackson. Made me nervous, so that's the first timeout taken by either squad, and it'll give me a chance to remind you that Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they got a great property for you to check out. It's the Clinton Lake Escape, 14-acre property near Clinton Lake. It features a 3-bed, 3-bath home with a rustic charm, a fireplace, and an unfinished walkout basement. Enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. It's close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City, and your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. See a good Baldwin visiting crowd on hand, making the trip up. Probably the longest trip of the year in terms of the regular season for Baldwin.
Definitely the longest trip for us, that's for sure.
Yeah, we are northwest of Topeka here in Silver Lake, Kansas. About population, I think I looked it up last night, 1,500. They'll fake the handoff. Alford going to keep it up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles at the 10-yard line, reaching towards the 5. He's going to be close to a first down. What a play from Bryce Alford.
He's shown flashes of that ability he has with his feet. Last week, wasn't really able to show a lot off. He was able to get in the end zone via his feet on a quick 1-yard or 2-yard run. But other than that, Wellsville did a pretty good job of keeping his feet quiet. They just couldn't keep his arm quiet. But so far in this game, he's shown he's feeling jittery today. I've seen him make a couple of defenders miss already.
Got Quick and Frost in the backfield, a 2nd down and 1 from the 6-yard line. They'll hand it to Landry Quick. He's got first down yardage. They'll mark him down about the 3.5-yard line. So that is the 4th first down of this drive, and a 1st and goal coming up from about the 4-yard line. 3.5 minutes into this second quarter.
It's 1st and goal, Baldwin.
They'll keep both the running backs out there. Collum is out there. Also Jackson Rude, Ethan Williams. Have a tight end and a wing left side. Rude split out to the right. Give it to Creighton Frost, going over left guard. Is he into the end zone? No, they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. Good gain of about 3 yards on first down. Down to the 1 yard line. Baldwin going to try to punch this thing in.
That's about as close as it gets there. It's like the half-inch line. You might have heard Baldwin's crowd across the way. They thought he was in. The refs say otherwise. Setting up second and about half an inch to the end zone.
I don't think you'd be cute here, Jackson. You just do the same thing. Give it off to one of your big backs and see if they can't barrel it into the end zone. They'll hand it to Landry Quick. Lowers his shoulder. Moving his feet, moving the pile, and he's in for a Bulldog touchdown. A 1 yard run for Landry Quick ties us up at 6. That was an 11-play touchdown drive for the Bulldogs and a big-time response as Browers will come on for the extra point. They'll set up in the swinging gate, but swing them back. Browers was 5 of 5 last week. They can take a 1-point lead here if this is good. Kick is up, and it is good. So Baldwin going to have a 7-6 lead. 7:39 left here in the first half. We'll take a break and have more Bulldog football on the other side.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back here to Silver Lake. A big-time touchdown drive of 11 plays for Baldwin to respond to an 11-play Silver Lake touchdown drive. The extra point from Browers was good. So a 7-6 lead and a flag on the kickoff. Somebody might have been offsides on the kickoff. We'll see what they say.
Looks like it.
If so, it's going to be the 5th penalty on Baldwin.
That'll give us some time. Shout out Landry Quick. If I'm not mistaken, that is his first career rushing touchdown for Baldwin Bulldogs. So congratulations to him. It happens in a big moment. Retakes the lead against Silver Lake in the first quarter.
It's definitely his first of the year. I'd have to look back to last year if he scored or not. Probably not. He didn't get too many carries last year, but either way, that was a big-time run there on the 1 yard line. Lower your shoulder and barrel in there.
Could be a future trivia question for him. Where did I score my first career high school touchdown? You got the answer here. It's Silver Lake, Kansas.
So it was offsides, I suppose, Jackson on Baldwin. So they'll back him up 5 yards and they'll kick it again. Here comes on the return. That's Burgos breaking some tackles, and he's got a great return. Got some extracurricular activity here. Casey Hamrick getting tangled up, but good return out to the 48-yard line for Silver Lake. This will be their second possession of the game. Had an 11-play touchdown drive on their first. 7:31 left here in the first half.
A good starting field position from Silver Lake. You know, they're licking their chops. They're wanting to take advantage of this, push the ball down the field a little bit, get the ball to their playmakers.
3 wide outs, a wing to the right side. Burgos in the backfield along with the freshman Kruger. They'll give it to Burgos. He's met on the edge and dropped there by Creighton Frost. Didn't get much, maybe a gain of a yard.
Frost finds his way in the backfield untouched, makes a pretty good tackle, slows him down, and eventually trips him up. Looks like just at the line of scrimmage is what they're going to give him.
Frost has had a good year, over 20 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss and a sack. Approaching 7 minutes left here in the first half, a second down and 9. Looking to pass here is Kruger. He looks quickly to Bergman. It's caught over the middle to the right side, right hash. Brought down by Brendan O'Connor, but a decent game there, and it's going to set up a third down, and we'll say 4 yards.
Kruger, just a freshman, but he still has a pretty good ball. He's able to zip it there through the defense and beat the man coverage open the middle and set up a third and manageable.
Spread them out, 4 wideouts. Trying to get him to jump. Good discipline from the Baldwin front. Big third down here. Kruger takes the snap, dropping back to pass. He's got a man on a drag route. That's Jet Ross. He's got a first down before he's taken down by Bryce Alford. It's a big third down conversion there, though, from Silver Lake. That'll extend this drive now at the Baldwin 41-yard line.
It looked like a little bit of zone defense or zone from the defense of Baldwin. Silver Lake able to find the gaps over the middle and convert on a big first down and keep this short drive going.
Fresh set of downs for the Eagles. This will be the 4th play of this drive. Once again, they'll spread them out. Burgos in the pistol to the right of the quarterback. They'll hand it off, coming left side, hit hard by Landry, quick and dropped. Hunter Barnhart was also there.
That was
bringing the thunder.
Big hit, 65-15. Barnhart in. Quick tag teaming Burrios and able to shut him down at the line of scrimmage. That is a violent hit. And this front seven, we've talked about him throughout the year. They have been really impressive, forcing quarterback pressures and getting stops behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain on first down, second down and 10. Same formation. Dropping back to pass and throw quickly left side. It is complete. And breaking a tackle, that's Dane Johnson, their big playmaker. Gets some yards after the catch down to the Baldwin 23-yard line, and another fresh set of downs. Nice play by the senior, first team All-League wideout last year, Dane Johnson.
Dane Johnson showing you why he was first team All-League last year. Not only great catch, but able to make a couple of sweet moves and fight forward, gain an extra about 8 to 10 yards after the catch, and you're setting your offense up here pretty at about the 24-yard line.
Second first down of this drive, approaching the red zone. Kruger looking to pass, not a lot of pressure. He does pull it down, tuck it, try to scramble out right side, still looking downfield, and now he'll get drugged down in the backfield. That's going to be a 1-yard loss. Brendan O'Connor tracked him down.
Yeah, Baldwin's going to want to slow down this offense. They're going to have to get to that freshman quarterback. He's good. He does have confidence, but he's still young. You want to kind of get in his face, shake the confidence, give him different looks, just show that he can be hit. And maybe we'll start seeing a little bit of some passes off timing and off target, but so far he's had a pretty good start to the game. That's really been his biggest mistake so far.
O'Connor, the leading tackler on this defense. He had 12 tackles a week ago. They'll look to throw again. Kruger going to swing it out left side. A good catch there by Burgos out of the backfield. He's at the 10-yard line before he's shoved out by Casey Hamrick inside the 10. The Eagles are going to have another first and goal. This is their second time in the red zone.
We've seen that swing route work for them a couple times. Here it is again, working for a third time so far. Burgos does a really good job. Not the best on-target pass from Kruger, but he just stuck his mid out there and able to get it into his body and gain about 12 yards and a first down for Silver Lake.
3:49 left here in the first half. First down and goal from Baldwin's 7-yard line. They'll run a tight trips here to the near side. Kruger instead hands it off to Burgos, coming left side. He's got some blocking out in front of him. They hit him into the end zone, and that's going to be another touchdown.
Both of Silver Lake's playmakers who we keyed on before the game, Burgos and Johnson, making big impacts. Johnson with that big 20 or so yard catch, making a couple defenders miss, and Burgos, they went to him a few times, especially towards the end of that possession, ultimately closing it out for another Silver Lake touchdown.
Makes the score 12-7. Extra point pending here from Van Vactor, and it is good. We'll make it now 13-7. Get that adjusted. We'll keep it right here. I got to tell you a little bit about some of our other sponsors that we love here on Baldwin Sports Live. And that is Rice Precision Manufacturing. We're brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company in Baldwin City. They service many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment. They also offer excellent pay and competitive benefits, so it's the perfect place to start your next career. You can find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. An 8-play touchdown drive capped off by a 7-yard Burgos run. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game. Van Vactor hit the extra point. Silver Lake takes the lead back 13-7. Could be a back and forth battle here, Jackson. Might come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah, this is definitely shaping out to be a shootout. Both teams are capable of exploding on offense and getting a lot of points. It's just going to be about who can stop who first on the defensive end.
Kickoff is a squibber. It's short and gathered in around the 30-yard line on the far end of the field, and that didn't catch who that was. That was
number 80.
It was either 80 or 60. It's one of the up men, though, on the kickoff team. It's going to be pretty decent field position starting out here from the 34-yard line for Baldwin.
Like it was number 80, freshman Tyson Kennan.
Best starting field position of the game, though, for Baldwin from the 34. Alford going to hand it off this time to Frost up the middle. Some tough running, gets him a yard, maybe two. Baldwin needs another big response here. They responded to Silver Lake's first touchdown with a big touchdown drive of their own. 11 plays, they got 4 first downs. Good run there on first down, gets them 3 yards. 3:13 and counting here in the first half. This time they'll have 3 wideouts and a tight end. Frost to the right of Alford. They'll roll him out right side. Looking downfield. Still looking. Now we'll tuck it down, but he's not going to get out of the grasp there. That was a nice tackle by number 50, Drew Womack, the senior.
Yeah, it looked like he was maybe able to stretch that out and get a yard or so. No, looks like they got him right at the line of scrimmage.
And no gain there on second down. Sets up a 3rd down and 8 for Baldwin. This will be a big play.
It's the second, 3rd, and 8 they faced tonight. That first one being on the first possession where they were able to convert on the sideline to Rude. Let's see what Coach Melcher has drawn up here.
2 seconds on the play clock. They get the play off. They'll roll out left side looking for Ethan Williams. It's almost intercepted, but it did bounce right in front of Dane Johnson. Incomplete pass on 3rd down. It's going to be a 4th down and 8, and the punt unit coming out for Baldwin.
Now with the punt unit coming on, you know the defense coordinator over there on the sideline is expressing how important this possession is coming up for the defense. You want to be able to stop them. You haven't been able to do it all night, and the last thing you want is for this lead to get above just 1 touchdown.
Tucker Flory back to punt this thing away. Almost got blocked. It's a very high punt, not a lot of distance. It's going to bounce down around the 45-yard line and settle around Silver Lake's 41-yard line. That is where their 3rd possession will start. They force Baldwin to a 3-and-out. And they right now have all the momentum with 1:54 left in the first half. They'll call it from their own 40-yard line. 2 drives and 2 touchdowns so far for the Eagles.
Silver Lake almost getting to that punt. I do have down here in my notes, they do have one blocked punt on the
They
season.
do.
I wasn't able to see who that was against, but they've shown that they're able to get to the punter, and with the backup punter that we have this week, you don't know what can happen on that end.
Eagles going to try to put together a 2-minute drive with 1:54 on the clock. They'll look to throw quickly right side. That is knocked down, incomplete. Great play out there. Casey Hamrick on the coverage.
Nice play. What we're seeing a lot from Silver Lake, these short throws, they're not, I don't want to say they're scripted, but they're definitely sought out to see the first read and rip it. As soon as that ball snapped, Kruger looking over to the right of his receiver, and Casey Hammer making a great play on the ball to force a 2nd and 10.
.150 left here in the first half. Trips to the near side. Kruger once again looking to throw. Got a corner route, and it's going to be incomplete. Alford was there in coverage. He was looking for Grady Bergman on 2nd down. 2 straight incompletions. Sets up a 3rd down and 10. And now if you're Baldwin, you're kind of thinking if you can stop them here, get the ball back, and go down and score.
Yeah, but it all starts with the stop here, and that's what their mind is going to be on. Silver Lake have converted on, I believe it's been 2 3rd down conversions so far, maybe just 1. But this is the best opportunity you have if you're that Baldwin defense to get the ball back.
Yeah, you're right, too. They have had 1 big 3rd down conversion on each of their first 2 touchdown drives. This will be a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 10 from the 40. Kruger looking to pass, and he's got a man, Dane Johnson, wide open around midfield. A little bust in coverage that time from the Bulldogs, and into Baldwin territory they go on a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, busted coverage for sure. Anytime you see the other team star receivers stride that open, you know something went wrong. Silver Lake taking advantage of the mistake and going with hurry up.
And they get Baldwin to jump off sides. That's Hunter Barnhart. They got to jump. Penalty number 6 on Baldwin.
Baldwin early just shooting themselves in the foot here. We saw something similar like this in that Ottawa game, that's not able to get to a rhythm, getting early penalties. And that's what we're seeing so far here. They're going to be, that defense especially is going to be looking to get into a rhythm here to close out the first half.
1st down and 5 after the 5-yard offsides penalty. 1:23 left in the first half. 4 wideouts, 1 running back, and a false start's going to back Silver Lake back up to the original line of scrimmage. Be their first penalty. They'll offset the offsides from Hunter Barnhart. He's the happiest guy in the building right now. We'll do it again.
And it's still 1st down.
Great night for some football. It was a hot day in the 80s, got up to 90 degrees even, but a very pleasant evening here. Kruger looking quick left side on an out route. He's got his man for about a 7, maybe 8-yard gain to Bergman on 1st down.
Again, another quick out towards the sideline. Kruger's done a really good job of putting those balls on the sideline only where his receivers can catch them.
Second down and 4 after a nice gain on 1st down. 1:04 left in the first half. Once again, they'll try to flip it out to the back, Burgos, and that time a nice job. Was that Carson Shannon who got his big paws up?
That's what it looked like, Carson Shannon, or maybe it was another edge rusher. Either way, it looks like they might have gotten a fingertip to it just enough to disrupt that pass, and thankfully for the Baldwin defense, because Burgos, again, they were running that swing concept that they've been doing really good on. He looked like he had plenty of room ahead of him.
Just under a minute left after the incompletion. 3rd down and 4. A big down here, probably 4-down territory. Trips to the far side. Johnson is the lone wideout down here. A low snap, and Kruger had to bring it in, and he'll concede this play. Three Bulldogs were all there. O'Connor, Barnhart, and Ty Daly were shooting through, and that's a big loss on third down.
Yeah, low snap there. Kruger really just making the smart play. Baldwin picked it up, saw the defense coming. Don't want to do too much there. We mentioned he does have 5 interceptions and a couple of fumbles, possibly from just trying to make something out of nothing sometimes. That time making the smart play and falling on it, and it's going to be 4th and 10. About 25 seconds left here for Silver Lake.
Yeah, the clock's running. It's about at 20 seconds. We'll see what they want to do here. The play clock's at 5. They might just be running the play clock down, take a timeout. That is certainly what they're going to do, take a timeout with 1 second left on that play clock. So we will quickly step aside here. We'll be back with more Bulldog football after this. 14 seconds left and Silver Lake driving.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome back here to Silver Lake out of their timeout. They lead at 13-7, a big time 4th down and 10 play coming up with 14 seconds left here in the first half. And it looks like they're gonna just pooch punt it, but maybe a false start. Penalty flag blows the play dead, and it is a false start.
False start against the offense.
That'll back them up 5. Second penalty on Silver Lake. See if they go with that pooch punt again or just go to a more traditional punt formation.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Baldwin's going to send anybody back. I think keep it safe here just in case if for whatever reason Silverview does want to run a fake.
They will punt it from Kruger. It's not a good punt. It's shanked. They're going to spot this at the Baldwin 39-yard line.
Got an opportunity here. Definitely have time for 2, maybe 3 quick plays. You have 2 timeouts, and Bryce Alford has shown throughout the year some impressive passes down the sideline. He has a cannon. He can get it out there if you give him an opportunity. For the more likely situation here is they're just going to run it out to halftime and regroup.
9.7 seconds left. You got 2 timeouts, but I think you just, like you just said, Jackson, regroup at halftime, come out. Even though Silver Lake gets the football to start the second half. Make some adjustments. We'll see what happens. They are going to try to throw it, though. Alford is looking deep down the field, looking towards Jackson Rood, but it's incomplete. Pretty good coverage there by Dane Johnson. Not much there, and an incompletion on first down. 2.8 seconds left.
Almost had him. They were about step for step over there on the sideline, but Alford just a touch too far. Rood can't get to it. We've seen his ability to come down with some catches through traffic. Of course, that touchdown last week on the front of the end zone while he was covered, and then towards the late of the game, a diving effort where it knocked the wind out of him. He landed on the ball, jumped so high.
Second down and 10. They will just hand it off this time. Creighton Frost gets a good gain. About 6 yards, and that'll be the end of the first half. A 13-7 lead for Silver Lake. We will take a break and be back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime report, and Coach Melcher and Coach Bachura and all the coaches going to try to make some adjustments and come out with some force here in the second half. We'll be back with the halftime show after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Silver Lake, Kansas. We have made it to the half. It is a 13-7 lead for the Silver Lake Eagles. This is the halftime show, and it's brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they would love to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. That's a nice shot there, Jackson, of the mascot. They got the Eagle out here. He's been cracking us up here in the first half.
Yeah, he's been good. He's just been hard to capture because usually it's right before a play or something, but he's been hilarious. We got to keep an eye on him for sure.
Let's time now for a little bit of a drive recap from that first half. Baldwin got the football first. They had a very promising first drive. They had 3 first downs, and they got it all the way down into Silver Lake territory, a 10-play drive. Ended up having to punt after a couple of very costly penalties. They then punted it away to Silver Lake that took it down 11 plays for a touchdown drive, finished off by a 10-yard run from Burgos, and that put them on the board. Extra point, no good, 6-0 Silver Lake. Then Baldwin, a nice response. They had a 11-play touchdown drive, 4 first downs on that drive, and a big third down conversion there was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Landry Quick. The extra point was good. That put Baldwin on top momentarily, 7-6, before an 8-play touchdown drive from Silver Lake. It was capped off once again by Burgos, a 7-yard touchdown run. And they had 3 first downs, including another big third down conversion on that drive. The extra point was good, and that made it 13-7. Baldwin was then held to a 3-and-out. And Silver Lake had another possession where they got a third down conversion. They were marching down the field a little bit, but just like Baldwin in the first half, they were hit with some penalties and backed them up a little bit and had to punt it away. And then that was basically the final possession before Baldwin ran a couple of plays right before the end of the half. Baldwin had 6 penalties in that first half. Silver Lake had 2. Baldwin was, let's see here, quickly count them up, 2 of 4 on third down conversions. They'll try to improve that a little bit there in the second half. And on the other side, Silver Lake was very good on third down conversions. They were 3 of 4, and they the one they didn't convert was the one right before the half where they had to punt it away and got backed up with some penalties. So we'll see if Baldwin can go into the half and make some halftime adjustments and come out here. Silver Lake is going to get the football to start the second half, so the defense has to come out guns a-blazing and ready to get that ball back and give Baldwin a chance to tie this thing up or take the lead. We'll take a break here on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll have our Baldwin Sports Update. I also got some scores to update you on across the area and some area matchups. Interesting one, Jackson. Santa Fe Trail up 7-6 on Wellsville after the first quarter. Still waiting on the halftime score there, but closer than I think some people would think in the first quarter at least. So we'll keep an eye on. And I just actually got the halftime score. It is still 7-6. Santa Fe Trail leads Wellsville, but a tight game there. So we'll keep an eye out for that and some of the other scores going on around the area when we come back on the halftime show presented by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City. For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning have been keeping Baldwin City comfortable since 2011. Whether you need quick repairs, seasonal maintenance, or a brand new system, Clint and his team have you covered. Schedule an appointment today by calling 785-393-9329 and sign up for the preferred maintenance plan for special discounts. One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning, the choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Back here in Silver Lake, this is the halftime show. Baldwin right now trailing 13-7. Time now for our Baldwin Sports Update. We just went through some of this last night, so if you heard it then, it's going to be a lot of the same, but we'll start with girls golf. They are currently the league champions. Peyton Wright won the league overall. They will play regionals coming up here in a few weeks on the 13th or the 14th of October. Girls flag football went 1-1 last night. They played J.C. Harmon and Free State. Next Wednesday, they will play at Olathe East versus J.C. Harmon and Mill Valley. Girls tennis is going to be in Spring Hill for the league tournament next Tuesday on the 7th of October. Cross country is going to be running at the Rimrock Classic, or they did run at the Rimrock Classic this past Saturday. Ireland Kennedy was the lone medalist, and Ireland Kennedy right now is ranked number 1 in Class 4A in terms of girls cross country, so that is amazing. Keep it going there. They'll be running this Saturday in Baldwin. As for volleyball, they lost to Tonganoxie in straight sets on Tuesday, and then lost last night as well to West Franklin. They went to West Franklin and lost last night. They'll be going to Wellsville this Saturday for a big tournament. Then boys soccer, we had their game last night. They won 4-0 at Eudora, and looking good there. They won earlier this week 2-0 against Ottawa. Carr and Schoenberger had the goals last night. Carr had 2 more goals, and one that was an absolute screamer from outside the box. It was amazing. Go back and watch that goal if you can. So a couple of victories. They'll have a 3-game week next week. They'll play host to Bishop Ward on Monday, host Lewisburg for a makeup game on Tuesday, and then go to Hayden, Topeka Hayden next Thursday. And then football next week will be in Santa Fe Trail for a big-time district matchup. We're thinking coming in that might be for a district championship game between us and Santa Fe Trail, but right now it's a pretty tight game between them and Wellsville, 7-6 at the half. I got a few more scores here. Eudora up 14-0 over Lewisburg. That one is also at the half. Looking for some more area scores here. Rolling through, not a lot of area. Tonganoxie at the end of the first quarter was up 14-0 on Bonner Springs. That was the end of the first quarter, though. So we'll keep an eye out for some of these scores. End of the first quarter, Spring Hill was up 14-0 on Ottawa. So
I believe it's 24-0 now. Okay. I thought I saw on social media.
So that is a lead there for Spring Hill over Ottawa. We'll go ahead and take our final break here as the Bulldogs are coming out of the tunnel. You can see them. Hopefully they're going to be fired up. Hopefully they made some adjustments in the halftime locker room, because they're going to have to get the ball back from Silver Lake. Hopefully they get some turnovers going here, Jackson. That's something we saw the last few weeks. They've been forcing some turnovers. We know the freshman quarterback is likely to give it away sometimes. He's at 5 picks coming into this game, so we'll see if they can't come up with a big possession changer and a big play in this second half. So we'll see what happens. We'll take a break and be back with the second half kickoff after this. This has been the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, and it's brought to you by Kelly Neufeld and all the great people down at Farm Bureau Financial Services. They got personal service from local agents. Give them a call, 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they want to support you and your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Second half next.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Silver Lake. Just about set for the start of the second half. We get the quarter changed over. Should mention the first time in a long time Baldwin is ranked in a couple of the polls in Class 3A. They're not ranked in the coaches poll, but the Wichita Eagle has them ranked number 8 in Class 3A, and the Kansas Media poll has them ranked at number 10. So things looking up for the Bulldog program right now. They need to come out with some fire in the second half as they trail it on the scoreboard 13-7. As Silver Lake going to get the football to start the second half.
Not even a terrible start. 13-7. You're only down a touchdown. You've only given up your season average in 13. It's going to be hard to keep an average that low. It's just looking to respond, looking how this offense responds from a slow first half and seeing if this defense can stifle what has been so far a pretty impressive Silver Lake attack.
They'll kick it off, and here coming on the return. That was going to be a big return, and he's going to go all the way. Is number 7, Owen Rottinghouse, the junior. That's how Silver Lake wanted to start the second half, not so much the Bulldogs.
And as soon as he caught that ball out of the air, he looked down, saw his lane, and was pretty much untouched and ran a straight line down the sideline. Silver Lake starting off this second half about as fast as you can and setting up a field goal to potentially go up 20-7 here in the third.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So add one more, and Silver Lake goes up 20-0. We'll step aside, be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
So after the second half kickoff was taken all the way back by Owen Rottinghouse, Silver Lake going to kick this thing back off to Baldwin, now down by 13. We were just talking about as the kickoff was underway that you weren't in the worst position, only down a touchdown. Now you find yourself down 2 possessions. Baldwin's got to really kick it in gear now. As Van Vactor gets the kick away, Jackson Rude will take it from his own 15-yard line, looking for some room in between the hashes. Gets out past the 30-yard line to the 31. That's where Baldwin will start their first possession here in the second half.
They spotted at the 30.
Tough deflating way to start the second half, but you gotta put that behind you and come out, try to move the football here. We saw it last week. They dealt with some adversity when Wellsville got back into the game a little bit. They were mainly playing from in front in that Wellsville game, though. Here the Bulldogs gonna have to get it together and come from behind. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost on the first play, lowers his shoulder, running hard, and has a first down on the first play of the second half for the Dogs.
And that play was well, I guess you can't see me. It was very close to being disastrous for Baldwin. I wasn't able to see who made the tackle for Silver Lake. They did a really good job of getting a paw on the ball. Creighton Frost does an excellent job in keeping his arm strong and keeping that ball in our possession, setting up another first down.
First down and 10, once again, handed it to Creighton Frost. No gain on the play, stacked up by a flock of Eagles that time.
This is something we just haven't seen from Baldwin this year outside of maybe that Ottawa game. Just unable to find a rhythm up front and get a good push for the running game. We've had a couple of good chunks here and there, but you know, we're used to getting around 3 or 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Haven't seen much of that tonight. As this game goes on, we mentioned how physical we are running the ball in the line. It could prove to be effective to us as we close.
On a play action, try to quick pass it to Jackson Root over the middle. Knocked down, incomplete. Nice coverage that time. I think that was Van Vactor on the coverage. Third down and 10 now.
Conlon giving a break to look like Carson Shannon in there at the tight end position.
They'll split column out wide along with Wrigley Hamrick, Jackson Rood, Miles Massey, 4 wideouts. Alford going to look to fake a quick pass left side, now rolls out right side. He's got a man downfield, but he'd already tucked it down. Not going to get much of a gain of anything. He got back to the line of scrimmage is all. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. Baldwin probably going to have to punt this thing.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want on offense, especially after such an electric start of the second half from Silver Lake coming out of that kickoff return. You want an opportunity to respond and get right back in the game. Just the offense not able to find a rhythm and setting up another punt for Tucker Flory.
2 minutes into this second half, Tucker Flory is back in punt formation. This time gets a very nice punt away. It'll be taken at about the 21-yard line by Bergman. Makes a man miss, cuts it up inside. Out to about the 32, 33-yard line. Baldwin got a first down off a Creighton Frost run, but then 3 plays and a punt. There is a flag. It's kind of blending in out there at the 45-yard line of Baldwin. The officials are talking about things in there. We'll see what they got. Silver Lake offense is backing up.
See what he's got.
Block in the back. Yeah, illegal block in the back on Silver Lake. Be their 3rd penalty.
Illegal block in the back against the Eagles.
So far this game, really the
They mark off the penalty.
2 start players for Silver Lake on the offensive end, Burgos and Johnson, have had a big impact on the game. Of course, Burgos on the ground, 2 touchdowns so far. And Johnson, a couple of big receptions setting up those touchdowns. Silver Lake has found the rhythm that Baldwin hasn't been able to find on either side yet. The Bulldogs are going to be looking to stop them in their tracks.
1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Trips to the far side of the field. The freshman Kruger looks quick left side. He's got his playmaker Dane Johnson and a couple of blockers out in front. And he's still up, no whistle. He's squirted out of there somehow, and he's running alone down the left sideline, and he's going to go all the way for a long touchdown. A 78-yard pass from Kruger to Dane Johnson. It's a very deflating play for the Bulldogs, make it 26-7 now. You can see the playmaking ability of Johnson.
Wasn't able to get a good view there in the pile. We tried to zoom it in as we thought we were making a tackle, and then you see last second he's able to score it out of there, and another big play to start this second half.
They've now ran 1 play from scrimmage in the second half, and they have 2 touchdowns. Extra point was up and good, so make it 27-7. We'll step aside, be back with more Bulldog football after this.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. A 27-7 lead now for Silver Lake. They took the opening second half kickoff back to the house, and then the first play from scrimmage was a 78-yard touchdown pass from Kruger to Johnson. That's freshman to senior. Like Jackson was saying, I have to watch that back. I'm not sure who was kind of going to be in on that tackle. I thought they were going to get him down for still a decent gain, about 5 to 10 yards, but he somehow scored it out of there.
I was pretty zoomed in. I thought I saw him down, but it could have been one of those situations where he just rolls over a body rather than on the ground. And, you know, you play until the whistle blows. Whistle didn't blow. Dane Johnson, long 72-yard touchdown.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit keeping the feet moving. This time the kickoff will bounce in front of Wrigley Hamrick, making a couple of men miss. Gets it out close to the 30-yard line.
Now if you're Baldwin, you're looking at the scoreboard, almost asking yourself what happened. You've only run 5 plays yourself this possession, or this half rather. You had the first down early in the last possession, and then 4 quick plays and a punt after that. And Silver Lake, like you said, 1 play from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns early here. Baldwin need to be looking for an answer.
Only 2.5 minutes into this second half. And they'll run that jumbo backfield. Frost will get the handoff, go over left guard, still moving his feet. Now the Eagles will drive him back, but a 3-yard gain on first down. Still a lot of time left in this game, though, if Baldwin can kind of get their act together. We talked about at halftime, they have been forcing a lot of turnovers the past few games. So if you can get a touchdown drive, get a turnover, and another touchdown, you're right back into this thing. But it's a long mountain, a high mountain to climb. You got to start it right here. 2nd down and 7. Give it to their main man, Creighton Frost again. He's out across the 40-yard line. He should have a first down, and he will. A fresh set of downs coming up for Baldwin.
Creighton Frost, we're down 3 touchdowns, but Baldwin's going to want to stick with the ground game, especially here in the 3rd quarter before it gets too late, and Creighton Frost is going to be a big part of that. We saw a lot of carries in the first half go to Landry Quick as well. He's had a pretty good impact on the offense so far. With Baldwin looking for anything and anyone to catch fire here.
Fresh set of downs across their own 40-yard line. Fake the handoff and look to throw it deep down the field. Jackson Rood had a couple of steps on his defender, but Alford overthrew him, and a couple of late flags come flying in here.
A lot of pushing and shoving around the line of scrimmage. I don't know who they're going to get it on. Both sidelines seem very frustrated with their own players.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
So is that a personal foul against Baldwin? I missed the signal.
That's what I saw. I think both coaches are looking for some answers here. But they're going to kick us back.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, Jackson, I'm looking back at the replay on YouTube here, that long touchdown. He landed on top of a Bulldog, and he flipped over him. He was not down.
Oh.
That's a heck of a play by Dane Johnson.
Yeah, a heck of a job by the referees. That's a bang play. That's a play going full speed. They could have as easily just saw him roll over and blow the whistle. So great part on them. Unfortunately not going Baldwin's way, but that's not what it's about. Baldwin having to dig themselves out of a hole that they've created again.
So that personal foul was after the play. It's going to back him up 15. 2nd down and 25. Flip it out quick to Wrigley Hamrick, and he is wrestled down immediately. And once again, making a play defensively was the linebacker, Drew Womack.
I wasn't able to see who specifically that penalty is, but the last thing you want to do if you're Baldwin is let the emotions get the best of you. You're still in this game. 3 possessions seems a lot, but you got plenty of time left in this game as we close out at around 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You still have a chance if you just string a couple of possessions together on both sides of the ball, but starting a possession with a 15-yard penalty is never setting yourself up for success.
3rd down and half a mile, 29 yards to the marker. They'll go quick screen to Jackson Rood left side. He has a decent gain, maybe 8 yards out to the 30-yard line, but not nearly going to be enough for a first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and up 20, 21. Once again, the Bulldogs got a first down on this drive, but it looks like they're going to have to punt it away. High snap, but brought down by Tucker Flory. Another nice punt, driving back Dane Johnson. He dropped it initially and now gets it back at the 30-yard line, coming near side. It's a little bit of running room before steps out of a tackle and then gets knocked out of bounds by big 54. That's Tucker Bradley.
Silver Lake has been really impressive. Not just, with their big plays, but it's how they're getting them. They're making sure that their playmakers are getting the ball in space and they have blockers ahead of them, giving them that green grass to make defenders miss, and that's what's kind of led up to this 27-7 deficit.
First time either squad has started in plus territory. This drive for the Eagles will start at the Bulldogs' 45-yard line. 6:31 left in the 3rd quarter. They'll give it off to Burgos. He's had a couple of rushing touchdowns this game. Gets a couple of yards off the right tackle, brought down by Carson Shannon. Casey Hamrick also over.
One play at a time for this defense. You haven't really have the opportunity to stop them at all. I'm pretty sure they've scored on every offensive possession they've had.
Well, they had one punt there in their last drive of the first half was their lone punt. Other than that, they have indeed scored on every drive. Baldwin, on the other hand, has punted it 4 times.
Just got to take it one stop at a time. Just give your offense as many opportunities as possible.
Kruger takes the snap, looks quick out left, and it's dropped out there by Jet Ross, the junior.
That pass, it falls
Incomplete, 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Big 3rd down for the defense. We talked about how good they being the Eagles have looked on 3rd down, being able to convert and make big plays. This is the best opportunity you're going to get if you're Baldwin to get the ball back with some energy and bring some momentum back to your side.
And we talk about plenty of time left on the clock, but you need 3 possessions, so got to keep that in mind. 5:40 on the 3rd quarter clock. Kruger takes the shotgun snap, looking over left side. He's got Dane Johnson again, bounces off a tackle, and he has a lot of running room out right side, down close to the 10-yard line before he is finally brought down. Alford and Wilson able to track him down. Another big gain and into the red zone go the Eagles.
I don't know specifically how many 3rd down conversions Silver Lake has, but I'm almost certain that Dane Johnson's been
4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm almost certain Dane Johnson's gotten the 1st down on all 4 of those conversions on 3rd down. He has been their guy when they need a play to happen. He's made it.
Into the red zone for the 3rd time is Silver Lake. They scored on their earlier 2 red zone trips. Looking to add on to a 27-7 lead. Handed off to Burgos, left side. That time a great job on the edge. Landry Quick was wrestling him down, and then Carson Shannon came over to help out.
He's tackled for a loss. Shannon that tackle. Carson Shannon. To the Eagles. It's 2nd and goal.
They actually called it 2nd down and goal as they were at the 10-yard line. That was a 2-yard loss on 1st down. 2nd goal from the 12 coming up. Once again, 4 wideouts. They like this spread formation. 2 wideouts on each side. Burgos is in the backfield. Here's Kruger dropping back to pass. They'll set up a screen to Burgos. A flag gets thrown. Might be a hold. We'll check the flag here. This could help out Baldwin, and it is a hold on the Eagles. That'll back them up a little bit. That's going to be their 4th penalty of the game. Baldwin's had 7.
This is something that Baldwin really hasn't been able to do so far throughout the game, is get Silver Lake behind the chains early in the possession, or in the chains, however you want to call it. But this is a good opportunity for Baldwin. Keep the play in front of you. They need a touchdown to convert. This is exactly where you want to be in the red area on defense. 2nd and long.
It's 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal from the 22-yard line now. They'll run trips to the far side, spread it out. Nobody in the backfield. Burgos is the slot receiver at the bottom of the screen. Kruger gets pressured, and he might get dropped in the backfield, and he does for a big sack, and a flag gets thrown. Creighton Frost in on the sack. What happened with the flag?
It's probably going to be a late hit.
Hunter Barnhart in on that tackle.
Hunter Barnhart has his hands up saying, what am I supposed to do? It's live action, trying to tackle the quarterback.
That's what it looks like, but they're having a long thought about it. I could be mistaken.
3:37 left on the 3rd quarter clock. Officials are talking about it. White Hat's going to give us a ruling. Personal foul. Oh, a hit to the head on Baldwin. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And you go from setting up a 3rd and goal from around the 32 if you're Silver Lake to now you give yourself an extra 5 yards from the last play. It's going to be 2nd and goal again, this time from the 17.
Yeah, pardon me, no automatic first down there, just a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that would have been costly if that was the case, but either way, I mean, you're setting up a 3rd and 33 essentially. Now Silver Lake getting the ball again, 2nd and 17 to the end zone.
Once again, a trips formation, far side of the field. They'll throw a screen pass out to Johnson. That way he goes inside, now cuts it back outside at the 5-yard line, cruises into the end zone for another Eagle touchdown. That's Johnson's 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. It's a 17-yarder. And that's a 5-play touchdown drive by the Eagles. Makes it 33-7, extra point pending.
The Eagles have found a lot of their success in the air on those trip sets where they'll have 3 people on the far side, back one up, throw in. You got 2 basically free blockers and your best playmaker to outrun. It's going to be a false start on Silver Lake, but they've done a really good job of, they clearly had a game plan going in here. Set up our playmakers, get blockers in front of them, keep space in front of them, allow them to make those plays, and that's what they've done here, especially here in the 3rd quarter.
I give them a ton of credit. They could very easily be 3-1, just like Baldwin. They lost a tough one in their opener in overtime by 1 to Rossville. Got blown out by a very good Nemaha Central team, but bounced back with a couple of wins coming into this one, and they have looked very good here tonight. So that went against Baldwin. So that's half the distance. And that is penalty number 9 on Baldwin, starting to rack up.
Looks like they might be sending the offense back out.
They might go for 2 since it's about the 1.5-yard line now.
Again, just another mistake, another penalty.
Look at this, they'll line up in the wishbone formation. When's the last time you saw that? Fullback ahead of 2 tailbacks. They'll try to just tush push him in.
He had trouble with the snap. It looked like
no signal yet, no good on the 2-point conversion.
Looked like the initial look was to turn around and hand it off, but he almost dropped it at the line of scrimmage and tried to make a play. Inadvertent tush push, but Baldwin able to keep him out of the end zone that time. No good on the 2-point conversion, 33-7, the Eagles.
Once again, our presenting sponsor, Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. You can go to haydenoutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 if you're interested in browsing a lot of their beautiful properties. You can also schedule a tour that way. Also brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a family-owned company in Baldwin City. Service many different industries, and they have excellent pay and a great work environment. So you can find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. 33-7 Silver Lake lead, 3:14 left on the 3rd quarter clock. Silver Lake has taken complete control of this game now.
I believe now it's 4 unanswered scores for the Eagles, 3 of which have come just here in the 3rd quarter.
Yep. So a bit of a setback here for the Bulldogs. Still a lot of time left, about 15 minutes, 14 seconds to play, but one caveat is this is not a district game, so there is that. It's not going to affect your playoff standings or anything like that, so see if the Bulldogs can get back into this game a little bit, though, and take some positive momentum into next Friday night at Santa Fe Trail. That's going to be a really tough matchup, as they will put that one on the ground. Once again, brought in by one of the up men. It's Keenan again.
Showed some good hands on the kickoff team tonight.
It's first down, Baldwin.
First down, Baldwin from their own 35-yard line. This will be their 3rd drive of the second half. On each drive, they have come up with 1 first down and then stalled out on their next series. Had to punt it away. See where they go here. Couple of wideouts near side. They will hand it off to Creighton Frost up the middle. Gets chopped down after a minimal gain of about a yard.
That's Creighton Frost, the ball carrier. And on that tackle for the Eagles, number 5, Paxton Willis.
Baldwin's 2 of 6 on third down conversions here tonight, but a lot of that is being in third down and very longs.
And a lot of that has been set up just by penalties, whether it be holding or personal fouls. Baldwin has just shot themselves in the foot repeatedly in places where they had opportunities to take advantage.
2 men in the backfield. Landry Quick going to get the handoff this time. He's got a decent gain out to the 40-yard line before he's tackled by Dane Johnson. Sets up a third down and manageable this time. See if they can convert on their 7th third down attempt. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Alford once again will hand it off to Frost, and he's gobbled up in the backfield.
3rd and 4, Baldwin really hoping Silver Lake might have been looking for a pass there. Seemed like it was a early blitz sent in from the second level, and
it was a linebacker, Jaden Waterer, a senior, coming in for a tackle for a loss there.
And now you go from, hopefully setting up a 4th and even shorter to now going back behind the line of scrimmage and having to put your punt team out there again.
So Flory has been busy. This will be his 5th punt. Standing at his own 25-yard line, he gets it away. Flip the field a little bit, taken from the 26 is Bergman, looking left side. Breaks one tackle, stiff arms another, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Brady Bergman. He is finally forced out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
This just has been a game for Silver Lake where everything is working. They've had good returns on the couple of kick returns they have had. They've had decent returns, setting up in pretty good field position. Same thing on the punt team. Again, setting up pretty good, favorable field position for the Eagles once again.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Baldwin was taking this game lightly by any stretch of the imagination. They knew this was a good Silver Lake team, especially after last year when they came to Baldwin and beat them 50-0. They scored on every single one of their possessions last year as a timeout gets taken, I think, by Baldwin, and it was Baldwin's first timeout. So let's step aside with them. We'll be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For unbeatable service, there's only one choice you can count on. Clint Davis and the team at One Choice Heating, Ventilation, and Air.
Back a little bit early here out of the timeout. Apologize for that. Minute 4 left on the third quarter clock. Start of their third offensive drive here for Silver Lake from their own 40-yard line. It's a good run out left side. Burgos once again breaking through before Colton Collum finally drags him down, not for a gain of about 14 yards.
Collum almost getting his hand to the ball, forcing a fumble. Burgos doing a good job keeping it tucked and just did enough to keep possession for the Eagles, and it's going to be another first down and new set of change for Silver Lake.
Gonna have to run one more play here. Play clock at 15, game clock at 37. 3 wideouts and a wing to the right side of the formation First and 10 from Baldwin's 45-yard line. Once again, they'll hand it off to Burgos, right side. That's a nice job on the edge. Wrigley Hamrick sets the edge well, and no gain on that first down play. You can see there, that's a quality shot. 6 seconds, 5. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll flip it around. It'll be a second down and 10 for Silver Lake from Baldwin's 45. This is Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Start of the fourth quarter here, back a little bit late from commercial, but it was a long pass on a second down and 10 from Kruger once again to that guy, Dane Johnson, down the left sideline. It's down to the Baldwin 15-yard line, and another red zone possession.
Not their longest pass play of the night. We saw the long 70-yard touchdown a couple possessions ago, where I believe it was Johnson who rolled over a defender. Did score this time. Instead of getting it done mostly with his legs, Kruger passing it out, makes a good throw over the shoulder, about a 35-yard gain.
Kruger will turn and hand it off to Bryson Burgos. Into a pack of Bulldogs that time. Frost, Barnhart, and at the bottom of the pile was Ty Daly. Andrew Quick also in the area. End of the third quarter in that Santa Fe Trail Wellsville game, still 7-6. That's a tight one. You can bet a proud program like Wellsville, the Eagles aren't going to take losing very lightly. They probably got in and put some good practice reps in. Burgos once again off left tackle, still driving his feet, carrying Bulldog defenders down inside the 5-yard line. He might have enough for a first down, and he will. It'll be a first down and goal inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
The Silver Lake offense on all levels, not just the offensive line, but also the receivers and tight ends. The other backs have done such a good job of being a lead blockers. We talked about a lot of the success so far in the air for Silver Lake has been off screens, out wide. Those receivers have done a really good job creating lanes for the playmakers, and the offensive line has done a really good job for Burgos up until here.
Look to throw quick right side to Dane Johnson on a slant route, and it's complete for a touchdown. The 4-yard touchdown pass on a 6-play touchdown drive. It's Johnson's third touchdown reception. They are now 4 of 4 on red zone trips. Actually, what happened, Jackson? I was writing stuff down.
Not sure. I don't see a flag.
Okay, maybe somebody was just injured. That's Brendan O'Connor kind of limping off.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
That's not good.
It's the last thing you want to see in a game that if you're Baldwin has already seemed like everything's gone against you, and now to see one of your senior leaders kind of limp off the field. You hope it's nothing serious. It probably isn't. He was able to
favoring that left leg as he limped off. Stavanis is giving him a look on the far sideline. Yeah, that's not good. You don't want one of your senior leaders going down in a blowout game like this.
Especially someone who's been as impactful as O'Connor has been.
Van Vactor's extra point attempt is good. That makes it 40-7. Step aside, be back with more Bulldog football.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Looking back, a 40-7 lead now for Silver Lake. Baldwin has run into an absolute buzzsaw on the road. Three touchdown passes, all to Dane Johnson from Kruger. Also had two touchdown runs from Burgos, and a Rottinghouse took it all the way back on a kickoff return. Here's a kickoff return for Baldwin. It's number 33. That's A.J. LaRue. Let me check that. 90% sure, Jackson. 90.
33?
Look at that. Sophomore, 5'7", 125 pounds. Keep the program handy because there'll be some backups filtering in here. We'll start this drive from their own 25-yard line. 4 straight punts for Baldwin going back to the first half. Frost alone back in the backfield. Turn and hand it to him up the middle, and they've got him wrapped up for not much of a gain. Once again, that's Drew Womack, senior, slicing through from his linebacker position.
Yeah, that's been much of the story around the line of scrimmage. On both sides of the ball, Silver Lake has controlled just where the ball is going. The defensive line has done a really good job of meeting Creighton Frost, not only at the line of scrimmage, but gang tackling. We've talked about how hard he is to bring down one-on-one so far this year. They've done a really good job getting multiple people to the ball and bringing him down.
Second down and 11. Once again, Frost hit and dropped in the backfield. That time, Paxton Willett, 5'11" senior. Couple yards on the loss. Third down.
Like I was saying before, on the defensive end, they've done a really good job of controlling where the ball is. On the offensive end, they've had such a good push. I talked about it last possession. It hasn't just been the offensive line blocking really well. It's been pretty much everybody on the field has been setting something up for these screens for their playmakers, and they've taken advantage of all the space that they've been giving each other.
Tucker Flores checked into the game at wideout. Look to pass on third down and long. Offered all sorts of time. Now rolling out right side. Tried to go late over the middle to Wrigley Hamrick, his intended target. Short, incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Looks like another punt for Baldwin. Under 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Tucker's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's had a nice night punting the ball, you're right.
Kind of had one floater earlier in the game, but other than that, it's got pretty good distance. That one, the best one.
Really good punt that time. Back to the 25-yard line is where Bergman fields it, and he's going to get forced out of bounds there. A nice play. That's number 21, Cage Blair, sophomore, 6 foot, 160 pounds. First time we've called his name. So not the second half Baldwin was looking for. 4 punts, only 2 first downs. They give it back to Silver Lake right at their own 35-yard line.
Really what it was, the catalyst of this all was that kickoff return touchdown and then getting a quick, pretty much 3 and out on the next possession on defense for Silver Lake, and 3 touchdowns within the first 7 minutes or so of the game, or of the third quarter, is kind of drawn all the energy out of Baldwin.
8 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. They'll throw a quick out right side and drop. They tried to set up a screen out there to Jet Ross.
I was going to say it was incomplete.
Yeah, it looked to be a forward pass. It was close. It was close. Three wideouts and a wing for Silver Lake on 2nd down and 10. Handed off to the back. Gets swallowed up there. Colton Collum and Landry Quick in on that tackle. That was 23 on the carry. Check that number. That is Tyler Rollenhagen, a sophomore.
See you checked in there for Colt Collum. Number 45, that's Knox Holloman.
Solomon's been making some plays on special teams this year, now getting some run out of linebacker. 3rd down and 10. Kruger still looking to throw it. He has got a completion out for a first down. Left sideline, Jet Ross once again, another good reception.
This wide receiver core, whenever they are asked to go past the line of scrimmage, not just on these screens, but they've done a really good job of finding space over the middle, especially in these zone concepts that we've seen Baldwin run a couple times, being able to find space and get off their defender.
Fresh set of downs from their own 48-yard line. Once again, they'll hand it off right side. Good game that time. Holloman looked to be around the ball. Wrigley Hamrick in on the tackle. That's Rollenhagen again. Just trying to run the rest of this clock out now. Silver Lake. Just over 7 minutes left on that clock.
With Baldwin, you still got 7 minutes to put good tape on film. Even though this game hasn't gone the way you'd like it to, you still want to find positives out of this game, and it is possible. There's been times where this defense has been really good. Just 3rd down conversions, they've really struggled.
Kruger will look to throw quickly left side. It's complete. Camden Kruger, assuming that's a brother or something, relative, but I've assumed that in some soccer games earlier this year. So yeah, so we're going to stop just doing that.
Enough yards on that play. It's first down, Silver Lake.
Under 7 minutes now.
Baldwin hasn't found an answer for these wide receiver screens. Every single time Silver Lake seems to run it, just always looks to be a good chunk play.
Handed off right side, and a pretty good tackle is, I think, Ty Daly? Or is that 53? That's 53, not 52.
53.
That
I saw
is Ridge Kellerman.
I saw a 70 in there. It's Dodge Douglas.
Getting some of the younger guys in there.
You know, we talked about at halftime the mascot for Silver Lake.
What's our
haven't seen him
status
since.
On the Eagle?
Haven't seen him since.
He's
so.
escaped us. He's flown away. I'll throw it quickly left side, and it is dropped out there by Kruger. Kruger's pass to Kruger, incomplete.
A.J. LaRue was in the area there. making sure that went nowhere.
Sets up a third down, about 8, just under 6 minutes to play. Hope you can join us next Friday night as we'll head to Santa Fe Trail in Carbondale, Kansas.
I don't know about you, Ryan, but I'm ready to go back home here in a couple weeks back at Liston,
it's been
Liston Stadium.
A month on the road for the Bulldogs. Tough stretch of the schedule. Kruger looking deep down the left sideline. Great coverage out there by LaRue. Knocked it away in the end zone.
That pass it falls incomplete.
Well, that was great coverage by LaRue defending. That was number 21, Camden Kruger. Oh, setting up a 4th and 8. Silver Lake will likely go for it.
Neither team has gone for it yet on 4th down. This will be the first attempt if they do so from the Baldwin 30-yard line. Need about 8 yards.
You can read into that stat a couple of different ways. I'll get more into that after this play.
Kruger's going to look right side, throw. He's got another completion out there to Jet Ross. And enough for a first down. They'll convert on 4th down and 8.
Mentioned no team has gone for it on 4th down. These are two aggressive teams throughout the year. They've gone for it a lot on 4th down. Silver Lake just hasn't needed to go for it on 3rd down. They've fought down the field pretty consistently. They haven't, I don't think they've seen one other than that one.
Nope.
Throughout the whole game. And on the flip side, Baldwin just unable to get themselves in favorable situations, 4th and shorts, 4th and mediums. They've gotten themselves in the 3rd and short situations, but a couple penalties that pushed them back during those times.
They did have 1 4th down in the first half. They had to punt it away. That was the lone possession they haven't scored a touchdown on, and they're looking for another one here. He might be stopped just short. No, he's in. It's another touchdown. That's Jake Workman, the sophomore.
He hurt his ankle. Yeah, a heck of a play. Hope he's all right.
It was a nice run there by Workman.
He's not even putting any weight on it.
It's a 10-play touchdown drive capped off by the Workman long run. They'll try to go for another extra point. Right now it's 46-7. Mason Van Vactor on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. It is up, and it's good. Make it 47-7. Step aside, be back with more Bulldog football after this.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
$47-7 the score now. Silver Lake on top. Once again, we'll have our post-game show brought to us by Hometown Construction coming up after this game. We'll wrap it up and get you set for next Friday night at Santa Fe Trail. They were locked in a tight one at the end of the 3rd quarter, 7-6. They were leading it over Wellsville and trying to find some final scores around the area, but get that to you. 4:50 left on the game clock here. We'll return it with Ethan Williams. He'll come out near side to the 30, 35, now 40-yard line. Gets shoved out of bounds around the 45-yard line. A good return there from Ethan Williams. Baldwin started off very strong this game. They had a 10-play drive that was halted by some penalties. They had to punt it away, but they did get 3 first downs on that opening drive of the game. Got 4 more first downs and scored a touchdown on 11-play drive on their second drive of the game, and then not so well. It's been 5 straight punts after that. If you take out their little 2-play drive at the end of the half. Try to get some positive momentum going into week 6. Wrigley Hamrick in the backfield. They'll give him the handoff. He makes several men miss in the backfield. Somehow wriggled out of there. Out to the 50.
To the Bulldogs. It's second out.
Impressive. He got stopped probably 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of quick cuts. Able to get a 5-yard gain out of that.
Approaching the 4-minute mark. Got 4 yards on first down, sets up second down and 6. Got Cage Blair split out wide. Also, number 7 out there, and then Tice Engelman gets the carry. Braxton Heck was also one of the receivers out here on the near side. Now Knox Holloman's going to check in.
Freshman Tice Engelman.
It's third down.
He's a real fast kid. I know football doesn't really matter. Lefty, I'm a lefty myself, so
okay.
you know, got to show a little lefty love. Basketball player as well. Kid's really good athlete. It would be fun to see how his career progresses throughout his 4 years here at Baldwin, not just in football, but hopefully in the other sports as well.
Third down and 6. Once again, they'll split out Braxton Heck and Cage Blair to the far side. They'll hand it off up the middle once again. I think that was Engelman. A lot of subs in there on the offensive line as well.
Going straight to the fire, doing a really good job.
See,
holding on to the ball.
Rich Kellerman out there. Sorry to interrupt you. 75. Hunter Jatala still out there. Here comes 77, Joe Wharton, the senior. 6 foot, 235 pound, gonna get some run. He replaces Jatala. 2:35 left on the clock. This will be a 4th down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Knox Holloman also out there, split out wide. Alford takes the snap, looks quick left side, and is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Blair. And that'll be a turnover on downs for Baldwin.
Caught that ahead of the line of scrimmage. I understand you haven't gotten a lot of opportunities so far this game, but you always got to stay ready. Just took his eyes off the ball a little bit too early, unable to convert on that 4th down, giving Silver Lake an opportunity to close out this game with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left.
Don't forget, we'll also hand out our Player of the Game award, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Backup quarterback in for Silver Lake. That's Jackson Ross.
Sophomore. 5'7", 141 pounds. Handed off right side, Tyler Rolenhagen. He's got a big gain and another first down.
I think his name is spelled the wrong way.
That's first down, Silver Lake.
Not like Jackson the right way, like my name is spelled, but Jackson. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Fumble there on the snap. Did Baldwin jump on it? I don't think so. I think Silver Lake got it back.
That snap on the play recovered by the Eagles. It's second down.
Minute 45 left on the clock and counting.
Ryan, as this game closes out, what do you think Coach Melcher is going to be telling those guys going into next week? You're going to have a tough matchup at Santa Fe Trail.
This might be one where you just kind of give it a quick look over on the film and you burn it.
Yeah.
And you never look at it again. You just look ahead and put it behind you. You know you're a good football team. You're much better than what you showed here tonight. There's a good stiff arm on that run. Out right side, it was Tyler Rollenhagen again.
I agree. Now, there's been a couple of good things we've seen, especially earlier in the game, but as this game has drawn on, Silver Lake has continued to bring the energy and the physicality, and Baldwin just has been unable to match it.
I definitely think you need to clean up the penalties for sure. I mean, like we mentioned, Baldwin was kind of starting to roll offensively the first couple drives, but 9 penalties this game. It's not going to get it done. 3rd down and 1 here for Silver Lake. They'll keep it and get swung down in the backfield that time on the tackle. Is that number 60?
80.
80, okay. Once again, Tyson Keenan, the freshman, he's having a nice game.
Got to show it off some hands in her kickoff team. It looks like they're going to close this one out.
Yeah, that's going to do it. 47-7 is going to be the final score. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our hometown construction post-game show and also hand out our Player of the Game award. You've been watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to building your dream home, quality matters. For residential or commercial, Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry brings precision, passion, and Baldwin City pride to every project. They specialize in complete home builds and custom cabinetry to help your dream space become a reality. For a free quote, call 785-248-0698 and follow them on Facebook to check out their latest projects. Jetmore Construction and Cabinetry. Built local, built right, built for Baldwin City.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Looking back here, this game has gone final, a 47-7 final. Silver Lake wins it over Baldwin. This is the post-game show, but first we'll hand out our Player of the Game award. Post-game show is brought to us by Hometown Construction. We're going to give our Player of the Game award to Landry Quick. He was the lone touchdown rusher for Baldwin. He had a 1-yard touchdown run that capped off their lone touchdown drive of 11 plays. That was their second drive in the first half. So Landry Quick, our Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Post-game show brought to you by Hometown Construction. They're bringing trust back to the roofing and exterior businesses. No more corner cutting, just real craftsmanship and real-world experience for the most lasting results. Call Hometown Construction today for your free estimate and experience the breath of fresh air that they bring. Hometown Construction, where hometown service meets peace of mind. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Not really no need to go through the drive summary. It's pretty quick. Like we mentioned earlier before the game was out, Baldwin had a couple of promising first two drives. Jackson of 10 and 11 plays, but had to punt it away on that first one due to some penalties. A 1-yard touchdown run by Landry Quick. And then after that, 5 straight punts for Baldwin, and then a turnover on downs on their final possession. And Silver Lake, on the other hand, only did not score on one possession. That was their final possession in the first half. It was a punt. And other than that, they had a 10-yard run from Burgos, a 7-yard run from Burgos for a touchdown. They took the opening kickoff of the second half to the house. That was Rotting House. And then 3 straight touchdown passes to Dane Johnson, 78, 17, and 4 yards. And then Workman added another touchdown run there late for Silver Lake. And that made it 47-7, and that is the final score. So what are your final takeaways here, Jackson?
Well, we talked about before the game the 3 keys, and we did convert on one of them. We didn't turn the ball over. So, you know, if you're going to find any positive, that's going to be it. Another positive is how good we did look in the first half. Really what killed our momentum and what didn't allow us to get in a rhythm were those early penalties, some holding calls, some false starts. There was a personal foul, a helmet-to-helmet hit there on the sideline. That kind of we were about to get a third down stop and just allowed them to get back in. I believe they went on to later score on that possession. So just shooting ourselves in the foot was probably the biggest thing. But like you said, one of the positives that we have, not that there were very many, were no turnovers. And you did look good at points in this game, just unable to string together possessions.
So that's going to do it for us here from Silver Lake. We're going to pack up and get home. We got a long trip home. But once again, I'd like to remind you that our presenting sponsor, Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, we love having them on board. Let me pop them up real quick and remind you one more time. They got a great property, the Clinton Lake Escape. It's 14 acres near Clinton Lake. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath with a rustic charm, a fireplace, unfinished walkout basement. Can enjoy a mix of open space and wooded seclusion with abundant wildlife. It's close to Lawrence, Topeka, and Kansas City. Your serene country retreat awaits. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. And one more time, Hometown Construction's our post-game sponsor. They're bringing trust back to the roofing and exterior businesses. No more corner cutting, just real craftsmanship and real-world experience for the most lasting results. Call Hometown Construction today for your free estimate and experience the breath of fresh air they can bring. Hometown Construction, where hometown service meets peace of mind. So for my partner, Jackson Blakely, I'm Ryan Helmer signing off from Silver Lake. Make sure to join us a week from tonight, next Friday, as we'll be in Carbondale, Kansas, to take on the Santa Fe Trail Chargers. Hope everybody has a safe trip home and a great night, and we'll see you next Friday night on Baldwin Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.